The British monarchy has seen its fair share of drama, but few events have left the royal family and the public as stunned as Princess Charlotte's final warning during a tense family gathering. The young royal uttered the words, "I tried to warn her," an alarming statement that would later take on greater significance. Charlotte's keen observations and actions revealed more than just a child's intuition. They hinted at deeper tensions within the family. What could a 9-year-old possibly foresee that left everyone in shock? Tensions leading to the warning. Long before her shocking statement, subtle tensions simmered between Meghan Markle, Kate Middleton, and even the young Charlotte herself. These underlying frictions would culminate in an incident that just shocked everyone. One of the earliest cracks appeared during Meghan Markle's wedding to Prince Harry in 2018. The event was meant to be a celebration of love and unity, but behind the scenes, a less harmonious story unfolded. According to reports, the bride and the Duchess of Cambridge clashed over the attire of the young bridesmaids, including 3-year-old Princess Charlotte. Meghan allegedly criticized Charlotte's dress, calling it ill-fitting and unsuitable for the grand occasion. The remarks were said to have reduced Kate to tears, a rare glimpse of vulnerability in the otherwise composed Duchess. For Charlotte, even at such a young age, the incident seemed to have a lasting impact. The toddler was known for her bright and bubbly personality, and she was visibly subdued on the wedding day. Photographs captured her with a downcast expression, a stark contrast to the joyful atmosphere. Some observers speculated that Charlotte may have sensed the tension between her mother and aunt by marriage, an intuition that would become a hallmark of her role in the family. Meghan's alleged treatment of Charlotte didn't end there. Other accounts suggest that Meghan's behavior during family events occasionally left Charlotte feeling uneasy. Whether it was the coolness of Meghan's demeanor or a perceived lack of attention toward the young princess, something seemed to stir Charlotte's protective instincts. Kate reportedly took note, and she often ensured that Charlotte was shielded from interactions that might upset her. Over the years, these small but significant moments added to a growing divide. Charlotte began to adopt a watchful demeanor, particularly in Meghan's presence. Her protective and intuitive nature became more evident as she grew older, and her actions often seemed aimed at maintaining peace and stability within her family. The moment of the final warning. It was a quiet family gathering at Windsor. The atmosphere, however, was far from relaxed. Tensions that had simmered for years were about to boil over, and it was during this delicate moment that 9-year-old Charlotte delivered her final warning. The words, "I tried to warn her," would later echo across the halls of Windsor and leave the family in stunned silence. The day began with subtle signs of discomfort. Charlotte seemed unusually cautious around Meghan Markle. Her behavior hadn't gone unnoticed by her parents. Charlotte had an uncanny ability to pick up on emotional undercurrents, and this particular day was no exception. Her frequent glances toward Meghan were filled with curiosity and unease. The tension reached its peak during a conversation between Meghan and Kate. Charlotte was seated nearby. She appeared to focus intently on their exchange. Meghan, according to sources close to the family, seemed dismissive in her tone. She brushed aside an attempt by Kate to address a sensitive topic. Meghan's body language, her crossed arms, fleeting glances, and clipped responses suggested irritation. Charlotte, ever perceptive, picked up on her mother's growing discomfort as the conversation unfolded. Charlotte's eyes rarely left Meghan. Her protectiveness toward her mother was on full display when Meghan's tone became sharper. Charlotte quietly rose from her seat and moved closer to Kate. It was a small, instinctive act, but one that spoke volumes about the young princess's intuitive nature. Then came the pivotal moment. Meghan, in an offhand remark, made a comment that seemed to strike a nerve. Kate's expression shifted. Her composure slipped for just a second. Charlotte immediately noticed the change. Her young face hardened with determination as she stepped forward. "She shouldn't do that. I tried to warn her," she said. The room fell silent. All eyes turned to Charlotte. What exactly had the princess warned her about? Sources suggest that the young royal had noticed Meghan's increasingly strained interactions with the family, particularly with Kate. Charlotte's intuition had led her to sense that Meghan's behavior was causing deeper divisions within the family. Her warning had been an attempt to diffuse the growing tension. Meghan's reaction to Charlotte's words was complex. Initially stunned, she quickly regained her composure and brushed off the child's comment with a forced smile. But those who witnessed the moment say Meghan's expression betrayed a flicker of unease. For someone accustomed to controlling her public image, being called out by a 9-year-old, especially in front of senior royals, was an unexpected blow. In the hours following the confrontation, the mood in Windsor remained tense. Kate and William were seen taking Charlotte aside for a quiet conversation. Meghan, meanwhile, maintained a cold veneer of calm, though insiders later revealed that she privately expressed frustration over the incident. Family reactions to Charlotte's warning. Kate Middleton was the first to react to Charlotte's outburst. Her instinctive response was to comfort the princess. Kate's quiet strength had been a cornerstone of her relationship with her children, and she knew this moment required delicacy. Prince William stood nearby. He initially appeared startled. As a father, he understood the gravity of Charlotte's words, but as the future king, he also recognized the broader implications. This was not just a family dispute. It was a moment with the potential to widen the rift between the Sussexes and the rest of the royal family. Senior members of the royal family who witnessed the event reacted with characteristic restraint, yet their unease was palpable. According to insiders, Queen Camilla later expressed concern about the escalating tensions. King Charles reportedly pulled William aside to discuss how best to handle the potential fallout. The family understood that Charlotte's statement had exposed fractures that could no longer be ignored. Meghan Markle's reaction, however, was far less reserved. Being indirectly accused by a 9-year-old was not something Meghan had anticipated, and it clearly unsettled her. While she managed to maintain her composure outwardly, her forced smile and stiff posture betrayed her discomfort. Sources close to Meghan later revealed that she was deeply frustrated by the incident. She allegedly confided to Harry that Charlotte's warning felt like a direct attack, one that she believed was orchestrated by Kate and William. Meghan reportedly dismissed Charlotte's words as the product of parental influence and downplayed the possibility that they reflected genuine concern. This perspective only deepened the divide. William and Kate were unwavering in their defense of Charlotte's instincts. They viewed their daughter's actions as a reflection of her innate maturity and awareness, qualities they had always sought to nurture. Meghan, on the other hand, seemed to interpret the warning as part of a broader pattern of perceived slights and hostilities within the family. Prince Harry's role in the aftermath was equally telling. Torn between his loyalty to Meghan and his ties to his family, Harry attempted to mediate. However, his efforts to downplay the significance of Charlotte's words were met with skepticism by William, who saw them as a deflection rather than an attempt to address the root of the issue. The event also prompted discussions among the royal household staff who had long observed the dynamics between Meghan, Kate, and the children. Some staff members reportedly expressed sympathy for Charlotte. They noted that she had always been particularly sensitive to the emotional atmosphere around her. Unpacking the wedding day drama, the real origin of the strained relationships within the Windsor family can probably be traced back to Harry and Meghan's wedding day. It was intended to be a joyous occasion, however. Behind the scenes, tension simmered. One incident in particular cast a shadow over the festivities. Meghan's alleged unfavorable comments about Princess Charlotte's bridesmaid dress. This moment caused emotional distress and left a lasting impact on the young princess and her perception of Meghan Markle. According to reports widely circulated and detailed in Tom Bower's book Revenge, Meghan, Harry, and the War Between the Windsors, the conflict centered around the bridesmaid's attire. Princess Charlotte was only 3 years old at the time and was among the young girls chosen to walk down the aisle in custom-made dresses. The dresses, reportedly designed by Claire Waite-Keller for Givenchy, were meant to exude elegance and complement Meghan's couture wedding gown. However, during a fitting just days before the wedding, Meghan allegedly voiced dissatisfaction with Charlotte's dress. Sources close to the situation revealed that Meghan criticized the fit, suggesting that it was too loose and did not meet the high standards she envisioned for her big day. Tensions flared when Meghan reportedly demanded alterations despite the limited time available. Kate Middleton was already juggling the responsibilities of being a mother and a key member of the royal family. She found herself caught in the middle. She reportedly defended the design and expressed concern over the tight schedule and the stress it was causing for the children. Meghan's insistence on changes, coupled with her dismissive tone, allegedly brought Kate to tears. Tom Bower's Revenge delves into this moment. He portrays it as a pivotal clash between the two duchesses. According to Bower, Kate had tried to maintain her composure during the exchange, but was deeply upset by Meghan's approach. The incident occurred during a particularly sensitive time for Kate, who was still recovering from the birth of Prince Louis less than a month earlier. For Princess Charlotte, the experience was confusing and unsettling. While too young to fully grasp the complexities of the disagreement, she sensed the tension in the room. Meghan's pointed remarks and the emotional reaction from her mother left an impression on the little girl. Photographs from the wedding day show Charlotte looking subdued and somber. The bridesmaid dress controversy marked the beginning of a strained dynamic between Meghan and Charlotte. While Charlotte's interactions with Meghan were limited, her observations during the wedding preparation likely shaped her view of her aunt. Children are often more perceptive than adults realize, and Charlotte's protective instincts toward her mother may have heightened in response to witnessing Kate's distress. This moment also underscored the differences in approach between Meghan and Kate. Meghan is accustomed to the fast-paced, detail-oriented demands of Hollywood. She had a vision for her wedding that left little room for compromise. Kate, on the other hand, is steeped in the traditions and protocols of royal life. She prioritized harmony and the well-being of her children. These contrasting styles clashed and created a rift that extended beyond the immediate disagreement. The aftermath of the wedding day drama lingered long after the event itself. Meghan's alleged comments about the dress and her role in upsetting Kate became a point of contention within the family. For Kate, the incident served as a painful reminder of the challenges of navigating relationships within the royal spotlight. For Charlotte, it marked the beginning of a cautious distance from Meghan. As Charlotte grew older, her understanding of the events surrounding the wedding likely deepened. Conversations within the family and observations of Meghan's interactions may have reinforced her protective stance toward her mother. By the time of her final warning, her memories of the wedding day drama were likely among the factors that shaped her willingness to speak out. Tom Bower's account in Revenge had painted a vivid picture of the wedding preparation as a microcosm of the larger tensions within the royal family. The book highlighted not just the differences in personality and priorities between Meghan and Kate, but also the ripple effects of their disagreements on those around them, including Princess Charlotte. The controversy over a child's dress may seem trivial, but in the context of royal life, it carried significant weight. It revealed underlying issues of communication, respect, and understanding that would continue to challenge family dynamics. This early experience of tension and conflict undoubtedly influenced the strength and clarity with which Charlotte later delivered. Her final warning wasn't just a child's reaction. It was a culmination of years of observing and internalizing the dynamics around her, fueled in part by the unforgettable events of Meghan and Harry's wedding day. The leaked footage and emotional display footage of Princess Charlotte during significant royal events offers a revealing glimpse into her emotional depth and intuitive understanding of family dynamics. Her expressions and body language have consistently reflected her acute awareness of tension within the royal family. One of the most striking examples comes from footage captured during Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee celebration. The event was intended to honor the late monarch's historic reign, and it brought together senior members of the royal family, including Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. While the public was focused on the spectacle, eagle-eyed viewers noticed something unusual about Princess Charlotte's demeanor as the family gathered on the Buckingham Palace balcony. Charlotte's expressions were noticeably subdued. At one point, she appeared to glance nervously between her parents and Meghan. Her lips were pressed tightly together. The footage captured her holding onto Kate Middleton's hand with an unusual firmness, as though she was seeking reassurance. Those familiar with the dynamics of the royal family speculated that Charlotte's visible discomfort stemmed from the underlying tension in the room. Another instance of Charlotte's emotional display occurred during Prince Philip's funeral. While the event was somber by nature, Charlotte's maturity stood out in footage from the ceremony. Charlotte was seen walking closely beside her mother. Her gaze was downcast, but alert observers noted how she stayed close to Kate, occasionally looking up as if to check on her mother's emotional state. Her role as a quiet source of comfort was evident, and it underscored her protective instincts even in the face of grief. The footage aligns with accounts of Charlotte's intuitive nature. Family insiders have noted that she has an uncanny ability to sense when something is amiss, a trait that has become particularly evident in high-pressure situations. In moments of visible family tension, Charlotte has often been observed positioning herself physically between Kate and Meghan, as though shielding her mother from emotional discomfort. One particularly revealing piece of footage emerged during the Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey. That there's big news about the British royal family, brace yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have released a statement saying, "We intend to step back as senior members of the royal family." That's right, Harry and Meghan are stepping down as senior members of the royal family. This was one of the last official events attended by Meghan and Harry before stepping back from royal duties. Charlotte's behavior during the service spoke volumes. While other children in attendance fidgeted or appeared distracted, Charlotte was notably composed. She sat upright, her gaze shifted between Meghan, Harry, and her parents. At one point, as Kate appeared momentarily distracted, Charlotte reached for her hand, a gesture of quiet reassurance that did not go unnoticed. These moments, subtle as they may seem, are emblematic of Charlotte's protective role within the family. Her emotional displays show a child deeply attuned to the dynamics around her. This ability to read the room and act accordingly has made her a source of quiet strength for her parents. The footage also highlights Charlotte's growing role as a symbol of unity within the family. While her actions are often instinctive, they convey a maturity that resonates with those who witness them. By staying close to her mother, offering silent support, or displaying a composed demeanor during emotionally charged events, Charlotte communicates a sense of stability in an otherwise turbulent environment. Critics of the royal family have suggested that the attention placed on Charlotte's emotional displays might be exaggerated. They attribute her behavior to simple childhood shyness. However, those who have studied the footage argue that her actions go beyond typical childlike responses. They point to patterns in her behavior, consistently stepping forward in moments of tension, offering comfort to her mother, and observing interactions with quiet intensity that indicate a deeper emotional intelligence. These traits align with Charlotte's reputation as a highly perceptive young royal. The footage of these events also provides context for her final warning. It paints a picture of a child who has long understood the complexities of her family's dynamics and who has consistently acted to mitigate conflict where she could. Her visible distress during key events is not merely a reaction to external pressures. It is a reflection of her deep-seated concern for her family's well-being. The role of Queen Elizabeth II and her legacy bonds Princess Charlotte's close bond with her great-grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, was one of the most cherished relationships within the royal family. This connection shaped Charlotte's emotional maturity and undoubtedly influenced her understanding of duty and responsibility within the monarchy. As the longest-reigning British monarch, Queen Elizabeth brought a wealth of wisdom to her interactions with the young princess, and she left behind a legacy of lessons that will likely guide Charlotte throughout her life. From an early age, Charlotte demonstrated a curiosity and composure that set her apart. Family insiders revealed that Queen Elizabeth took notice of these traits. She saw in Charlotte a spark of the resilience and intuition that had defined her own reign. During their private moments together, the Queen made it a point to nurture these qualities. She often engaged Charlotte in conversations about the history and traditions of the monarchy. One of the most poignant examples of their bond was seen during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. While the world focused on the grandeur of the event, behind the scenes, Charlotte spent precious time with her great-grandmother. Sources close to the family shared that the Queen often included Charlotte in light-hearted discussions where she taught the princess the importance of balancing royal duties with a grounded perspective. These moments were more than just casual exchanges. They were lessons in navigating the complexities of life as a royal. Queen Elizabeth's affection for Charlotte was also evident in the thoughtful gifts she presented the young princess throughout the years. She gave her one of the most symbolic was a small brooch. It was reportedly inspired by one of the Queen's own favorite pieces. The brooch is adorned with delicate floral patterns and was meant to signify both beauty and strength, qualities the Queen saw in her young great-granddaughter. Charlotte was also gifted a collection of illustrated books about royal history, a subtle yet meaningful way to connect her to the legacy she would one day help uphold. These gifts were more than material tokens. They were a reflection of the Queen's belief in Charlotte's potential. Queen Elizabeth planted seeds of confidence and understanding in Charlotte, and in the process, she fostered a maturity well beyond Charlotte's years. The loss of Queen Elizabeth in 2022 was a profound moment for Charlotte. However, the Queen's legacy lives on in Charlotte's emotional maturity and her protective instincts, both of which have become defining traits in the years following the monarch's passing. Prince William and King Charles III have distinct visions for Princess Charlotte's role as third in line to the throne. Princess Charlotte holds a unique position within the British monarchy, and both Prince William and King Charles III have distinct perspectives on her future role. Her position, which balances proximity to the crown with a degree of flexibility, presents an opportunity for her to embody the modernized vision of the monarchy championed by her father and grandfather. Both men recognize Charlotte's potential as a symbol of continuity, strength, and adaptability in an evolving institution. For Prince William, Charlotte's upbringing reflects his commitment to reshaping the royal family to align with contemporary values. William has long envisioned a slimmed-down monarchy, one focused on a smaller core group of working royals. Within this framework, Charlotte is poised to play a significant role as a future royal ambassador. Her intelligence, poise, and natural charm have already shown through in public appearances. These are qualities William believes will be vital for maintaining public trust in the monarchy. William is also deeply committed to ensuring that Charlotte has the agency to shape her own path within the constraints of royal life. Having experienced the pressures of being an heir firsthand, he understands the importance of balancing duty with personal fulfillment. His parenting approach reflects this understanding and encourages Charlotte to explore her individuality while preparing her for the responsibilities she may inherit. For William, Charlotte represents a new kind of royal, one who can navigate tradition and modernity with equal ease. King Charles III, on the other hand, views Charlotte's role through the lens of legacy and the preservation of the monarchy's long-standing traditions. Having spent decades waiting to ascend the throne, Charles has a profound respect for the institution and its symbolic significance. He sees Charlotte as a bridge between generations, someone who can carry forward the values of service, continuity, and stability that have defined the royal family for centuries. For Charles, Charlotte's special bond with Queen Elizabeth II is particularly significant. The late monarch's influence on Charlotte during her formative years instilled a sense of duty and composure that echoes the legacy of Elizabeth's reign. Charles recognizes that Charlotte, as one of the Queen's great-grandchildren, is uniquely positioned to embody the values of resilience and grace that were hallmarks of her great-grandmother's life. At the same time, Charles acknowledges the need for adaptability in the modern monarchy. He supports William's vision of a leaner royal family and views Charlotte's potential role as a testament to this approach. Whether she becomes a full-time working royal or pursues a path that blends personal aspirations with public service, Charles sees her as a vital part of the institution's future, helping to maintain its relevance and appeal. The final warning's broader implications. Charlotte's outburst underscores the enduring struggle within the monarchy to balance its deep-rooted traditions with the demands of a modern, media-driven society. On one hand, the royal family is steeped in rituals and customs that emphasize discretion, duty, and a stiff upper lip in the face of adversity. Nobody understands this dynamic better than King Charles III. On the other, it is an institution that must contend with the realities of transparency, public scrutiny, and evolving societal values, and William probably understands this best. Charlotte's final warning offers a glimpse into how the next generation of royals may be more willing to speak out, even within the confines of a historically silent institution. Her warning also highlights a growing sense of agency among younger royals. Unlike previous generations who were largely shielded from family discord, Charlotte has witnessed firsthand the fallout from high-profile tensions, particularly between her parents and Meghan Markle. Her ability to navigate these dynamics with composure and clarity reflects a potential shift in how younger members of the monarchy may approach their roles. Charlotte's actions carry significant implications for her future responsibilities. While she may not inherit the throne, her position as a visible and influential member of the royal family will require her to mediate the balance between personal convictions and institutional expectations. Her willingness to speak up demonstrates a modern approach to addressing family conflicts, one that values emotional honesty over silence or passive observation. This moment also raises questions about how the royal family will adapt to a world that increasingly values authenticity and relatability. Charlotte's protective instincts encourage to voice her concerns align with the public's growing desire to see the royals as relatable figures rather than distant symbols. Her actions suggest a potential role as a unifying figure, bridging the gap between the formality of tradition and the accessibility demanded by modern audiences. Additionally, Charlotte reflects a changing dynamic within the royal family itself. Her protective stance toward her mother and her willingness to confront uncomfortable truths hint at a generation of royals who may prioritize family unity and emotional well-being alongside their public duties. This perspective could reshape how the monarchy presents itself in the years to come. Do you think it is fair that Princess Charlotte's self-expression is taken as seriously as it is, or should it simply be seen as a child saying what is on their mind? Share your thoughts with us in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. For now, we're done. Catch you in the next video.